He just got in trouble there, Larry. He lost the back end getting into one. He didn't hit the wall, but he pretty close.
Ryan Newman moves up to fourth.
And I think Jeff Burton to 31 will move to the inside. You've got to have give and take here, getting in the corner. I believe Jeff Burton to 31, he was the one that did the giving right there on the entrance of turn 3.
That's why people love to race around Jeff Burton. They know that he will not put you in a bad spot. There it is.
That was the 87 Scott Speed with rookie Max Pappas in the 13.
I just told Barry and Artie, I said, watch that turn 1. That looks like trouble.
Now, Joe Nemechek qualified the 87. He's the driver owner of that car. Speed missed the race, but the Red Bull team made a deal with Joe Nemechek for Speed to start that car, and he gets up and into Mad Max.
I had been watching Max Pappas in the 13 car. Started 22nd, first race here. He was backing up in a hurry.
Now here's a guy that's going to have to do this for a while until he gets his way near the front. Boy, look at that. The 48 car. Fortunately, the apron's pretty wide here. You got a lot of room for escape.
Pappas continues. Remember, Jimmy Johnson crashed in qualifying. That's why he had to start at the back of the field in a backup car. Here's what happened to Junior.
5, 4, right here, bud, right here. Right, so don't slide. Back it up.
Had to back up. That was costly.
This is race number 11.
Underneath the tire, 4 tires.
Back straight away.
Car in the wall, bounced off, keeps going.
It's a 47 car of Ambrose, and he got in the outside wall, but he saved it, didn't hit the inside wall.
Of course, he had a pretty good encounter with the wall yesterday.
No caution. Folks, we're going to get cited a lot tonight for people getting into the wall and not bringing out a caution. Here's what happened to Marcus Ambrose. Just coming into view now, the white and blue car.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a hard lick. Plus, I saw sparks coming out from under the car, so maybe they had the air pressures really, really low in that car.
Mike, with smoke in the right rear.
But that was a hard lick.
It was. The car is definitely out of line now.
And it was a heck of a save because a lot of cars would have come off that wall and spun into the inside wall. Nice save.
Now, they'd already given up all the position anyhow. Why not go ahead and take on 4? But what I was going to say before Ambrose got in the wall, and I don't want to just keep beating this horse to death. We've had 11 races. He's probably had problems on pit road at least half of those races, and normally multiple times in a race.
You know the one where he didn't have any trouble on pit road? Talladega. And where did he finish?
Right there in second, I think.
Second.
There
Turn 2.
It's Casey Mears in the 07, A.J. Allmendinger in the 44. We do have caution. A lot of damage to that 07 car.
I believe also Denny Hamlin in the 11 was involved. And that'll put us under caution for the 3rd time today. Farm Bureau car. Let's see how this develops.
Well, there's just too many cars for the amount of track we have to race on. And the 07's down on the apron. He comes up and gets into the side of Brian Vickers in the 83. Oh, hard lick for the 07. Here comes Hamlin. He saves it.
Boy, how did Strimmy get through there in the 12? I don't know, but he did.
Starship.
Tell you what, Vickers did a good job of saving that 83 car.
Yeah, he did.
31 gets through there. Jeff Burton, untouched.
Boy, David Strimmy in that 12 just squeaked by too.
Let's ride with David Reagan through this one. Another nice save. We're under caution in Darlington. Marcus Ambrose has taken his Toyota to the garage. A lot of right side damage from hitting the wall off turn 2. And we'll see if they can get that repaired.
Not so lucky this week. Last week backed it in the fence, and here comes a 48. Looks like he's down on the bottom there coming to pit road.
Has to make a green flag stop because he did not come in with the other leaders on lap 22, Steve.
Mike, Jimmy Johnson just telling Chad Canals, I am tight in the center, and I'm really tight when I get back on the gas. So they're going to adjust that 48 car of Jimmy Johnson to loosen him up. 4 tires for the 48 and a chassis adjustment.
Turn 3, car on fire, sliding up and into the wall. Michael Waltrip.
Come on, buddy. Get out of that thing. Get it wound up. Come on.
Detonated big time.
Yeah, that's an oil fire. Looks, it's a lot, Mom. It's okay.
Okay.
Michael is okay, but that car, a huge explosion under the hood as he went into turn 3. And hopefully all those flames were under the car and not in the cockpit.
Yeah, it's an oil fire. The engine blew up, and because of that, oil goes on the headers and everything, and it just flames up like that. It's not good, but it's not as bad as it looks.
That was a scare. Have a look at it.
Let's see what happens here. Man, oh man, that thing just exploded.
Big time.
I mean, it looks like a fuel car at the drag races.
Darrell, you've got to wonder if that spin earlier, if that engine stopping, counter rotation, whatever, might have stressed components to where this happens down the road. Yes, no?
It very well could have, Mike. Certainly anytime you turn a car around and turn the engine backwards, or over rev the engine. But see how the flame is staying out of the cockpit?
Yep.
It's not going up in the car with Michael. It's all behind. It's smoky in there and it's hard to see, but there's the only problem when you get sideways. Like you see how it tries to suck the flame in the car with him. But I think he's okay. I think he's fine.
Whoa, guys. Major issues. We detonated big time.
The best news, though, Michael Waltrip is okay.
Yeah, he's fine. And
Greg Biffle moves past Tony Stewart and into third. Another past Darlington winner. All of them who are here were introduced to the crowd in pre-race, including a lot of legendary greats. 117 laps complete. 250 to go. Trouble back straight away.
Back straight away.
Sam Hornish.
Hold on to her, buddy. I don't think he's hit anything yet.
Caution.
Spun off at 2, Travis. Got some tail damage.
Yeah, he scraped the wall.
Let's just get it rolling here and get caught up.
That's just Darlington there.
Yep.
I don't think it's all that bad.
We're rolling.
He's got 4 flats, but he's going to make it back around to pit road. Caution flag number 5. Let's look what happened to Sam Hornish.
Yeah, he's just up too high. That's just real dirty up there. A lot of trash. He stays in the throttle. Now he's locked it down. It's going to work out good for Jimmie Johnson, Larry.
Yeah, he'll get the free pass, and Brian Vickers raced his way back to the lead lap.
There's a digger's eye view. Off turn 2. Caution is out. Contact between Denny Hamlin and the 6. Here's Steve.
Martin Truex Jr. says the back end starting to slide around. They made a wedge adjustment on the 1, Krista.
Do you do when your car is perfect? You leave it. No adjustments, just 4 tires for Greg Biffle. Dick.
And Mark Martin started that last run in 7th position. He finished the run in 7th position. Car got a little bit tighter. They're loosening it, Matt.
Kasey Kahne's car running warm. Track bar adjustment already completed. They went the opposite way as the last stop because it didn't seem to help. He's away.
Tony Stewart, good run off pit road. Behind Greg Biffle, picks up a spot. David Reagan and Hamlin had a couple of run-ins about 10 laps ago, and then they came up upon Max Papis, who was not up to speed. Max will be the 13, and we're going to show you this first in Fox 3D.
Yeah, well, Max Papis is right here in front of these guys. He gets in trouble. He gets up into the wall, and this slows everybody down. It shows down to 17. There goes the 11 to the bottom, 42. And here comes the 6 with a big run. He timed it just right, and he's going to try to pass all these guys down the front. This is where some give and take. He gets in on the apron, can't keep the car down, slides up into 11 and spins him out. You can't get in there on that apron like that without, you need the whole racetrack because it's going to go up the hill.
Yeah, he was turning the wheel to the left, but the car was going up the hill to the right.
Here is David Reagan's onboard camera.
See how far down on the apron he was, and it's just hard to keep a car. That's why you preach all night long. You can't race in that corner side by side.
Held 11. Sorry about that.
That was David Reagan. Now this was 10 laps earlier from David Reagan's onboard. A little bump from Hamlin. And they kept racing each other.
Yeah, I didn't see that as being a payback, or I didn't see that as anything other than just the 13 bottled them up, and there wasn't enough room in turn one for all the cars. And let me tell you, from a physical standpoint of view and a mental standpoint of view, this is like running already a 500-mile race, because you have to stay so focused and you have to work so hard riding around this little narrow racetrack that it wears you out. Plus the changing conditions. Track's got more grip, speeds pick up.
Let's get an update on the second and third place cars. Kasey Kahne and Tony Stewart. Trouble turn 2. A car goes around and spins down the bottom of the apron. It is David Ragan. And that'll be caution number 7.
Leaders coming fired up. Come on around.
He's trying to get going.
I think he must have a tire down there.
So he'll get it going and trying to stay, but a lot of damage on that car.
Drove in the back of him.
It's like he got, but I think he got bottled up behind the 48 car.
Larry, it's a timing thing. He just timed it wrong. He had to get on the brakes right here to keep running into the 48, which he still bumped him. And here comes Montoya. Montoya was going to try to slip by underneath him. Couldn't do it.
A lot of damage to the back of David Ragan's car. This is from Jimmie Johnson.
See, he gets in there, bumps Jimmy a couple of times, and Montoya.
This is riding with the 48 car.
Outside, nothing, clear. Whew. Dave.
You know, Darrell, I'm watching that car behind him, Brian Vickers in the 83 car, who is now back on the lead lap. And I think we were talking during break. You had a great analogy of what his strategy should be with 172 laps to go.
Yeah, he got himself 2 laps back. Now you're all jacked up. You're all exuberant. Don't go out there and run over somebody now.
Because you got a fast race car.
We know you're fast. Work the traffic. Get yourself back up there.
Boy, Mark Martin was alongside Joey Logano, and they were battling for position for 6th place. But the car got loose on Mark, and he slipped back behind not only Logano, but Jeff Gordon.
It's just so hard to get under people. Oh, got a trouble down here in the corner.
And it's
I think
Ragan.
It's a Ragan car. It was junk anyway. He was having a hard time keeping
Tire going down.
Caution is out.
And, man, I'm surprised he
might as well
can drive that one back.
I've been watching him, Mike, and he was just having trouble keeping control of the car. Car got hurt pretty bad in that instant
right
race.
rear tire was down.
I think you watch what we're talking about here.
This was 1 lap ago. And there's the 6.
Yeah. Car was just a mess from that spin earlier.
And that could have cut down the tire that prompted that.
Boy, he got into the side of poor Marcos Ambrose in the 47. Max Pappas just barely slides by in that 13.
Well, neither of those cars, you'd know if David Ragan hit them or not from looking at them, because they're both already tore up.
And you can see they just went ahead and took the 6 to the garage area. I'm sure with 170 laps to go, they'll try to make repairs possibly and get it back out there, but there'll be a lot of work to do.
Yeah, a lot of fluid running out from the car, like it maybe busted a radiator.
Good news for David Stremme. He will get the free pass on this, the 8th caution. Let's go to Chris Myers for an AT&T race break. Off turn 4, the Miller Lite car of Kurt Busch just had a wild, lurid slide and brings out the caution for the 9th time tonight.
We were about as close as you could be to having the big one at Darlington as you could. I'm telling you, there were cars splitting him left and right.
And as you can see, nobody hit him. I don't know how, but nobody hit him.
Yep.
Watch for the Blue Dews coming into picture and getting a little bit into the wall right there.
Yeah, a little bit too high, and just loses it off turn 4 there. And man, all that smoke. Now where do you go? Can you see anything? No.
Watch Jimmie Johnson just turn it back. Allmendinger.
Nice
Harvick.
job.
I don't know how his teammate Sam Hornish missed it.
When he put up that big cloud of smoke, I mean, look at this. Where'd he go? Where is he?
He's in the middle of the track. Good job.
Big knot of cars. They were three wide going into turn 3 as Greg Biffle tried to move up on the 2 Childress cars.
Well, Burt Boyer, the 33, got sideways and just popped the wall hard off turn 4.
And I think all that started off at turn 2 with Biffle. He backed everybody up, and now they were just kind of in a wad right there. And they haven't unwadded yet. They may unravel. I don't know. Oh, and the wall back straight away big.
Boyer. And the outside wall.
I think he cut a tire down. He cut a tire down when he hit the wall.
All right, we tore it up pretty good, y'all.
Yeah, you tore it up real good. I don't think you'll be going back out anytime soon. That was hard lick, boys. I believe it was he and possibly.
Well, let's see.
He and someone.
This was just before coming off turn 4.
He's right behind Logano on the outside in that BB&T car.
Hard lick there. Then he comes off a 2 back here, and something happens to the car. Let's see. There he is. There he is. Oh, Allmendinger. Yeah, that's what happened. I thought it was
this becomes almost a 3-cushion shot. Safer barrier inside, concrete outside, back inside.
That was a hard lick, though.
He has climbed out of the car, and Clint Boyer is okay.
I think he's stunned just a tad.
That was 2 hard hits for Clint Boyer. We're under caution in Darlington for the 10th time. Green flag. 114 laps to go.
But I think it also is back to what I said a few seconds ago. Get out front, lead from here.
We've seen it with about everybody that's had the lead, including this man, Greg Biffle, who had the lead earlier.
Looks like the 96 may have bounced off the wall over there off the 2.
Bobby Labonte, he's the first car 1 lap down. We actually have 23 cars on the lead lap still, 113 to go this time.
All these cautions is pretty get a lot of cars on the lead lap, and they say now that the 18 may have bounced off the wall. That means he's getting up to speed now, because last year here he just wore the wall out, if you recall.
Well, he hit the wall, and now he's working on Martin Truex Jr. in that 1 car. He'll take that position away from Martin Truex Jr.
How about Kyle Busch's car, Krista?
Yeah, hitting the wall, usually no big deal for Kyle Busch. Steve Addington said he thinks he hit the wall 18 times total last year in that win. But Kyle just coming on the radio extremely angry about his race car.
Ryan Newman looked like had trouble coming off turn 2 and now is backed up to the pack. Nobody passed him at that moment, but Newman had a long slide through turn 2 that time.
Lose number 1 and 2 about crash the damn thing.
Yeah, I'd say he did.
But you did see on that replay that Kyle Busch actually hit the wall off turn 4 with the right rear and the right front.
Yeah, you got to hit it with both ends, Larry, to keep it equalized.
Keep it from spinning out, right?
Al Rudeman in trouble in turn 4. I saw a lot of sparks. He was dragging something.
Inside, bunch of them coming.
And the whole field is coming his way.
He can't get down to the inside, and you can see him bleeding off speed as that car drags parts and pieces.
My
and they
goodness.
all will make it past, I hope.
Stay up.
Well, they're running about 80, 90 miles an hour faster than he's running right now.
I have no idea how all those cars missed him. That was a miracle.
All right, move her to the bottom,
Great drivers and great spotters.
Man,
man, bring it to us here.
That certainly was.
So Rudeman gets down and out of harm's way with what is left of the 00. Working on David Reagan's car in the garage, Kyle Busch went into turn 1 and tried to knock the wall down. No caution. Here's what happened.
He was running in the 11th position.
Oh, cut a tire down.
Yeah, that thing never turned.
Right front looked like. And they're
We're still under green, Krista.
Out here on pit road, Mike, the 18 crew just made a beeline for the garage. Kyle Busch has no brakes. Brake rotor's the problem. As you see, the 18 is making that fateful turn back into the garage.
So last year's winner and last night's almost winner will not go to victory lane tonight.
That got quite a reaction from the crowd when that 18 made that left turn into the garage area.
Larry, that's not nice.
Trouble on Jamie Mack. Now, he may have just hit the wall in turn 2. He has a flat left rear.
Caution's out.
And now we get a caution. He may have run over some debris.
Brakes.
And he has no brakes.
That tire is
Well, it
ripped.
might have front.
Yeah, he ripped the
Don't
rear
have any
brake
rear
line
brake.
off is what's happened with that tire.
And he's
Tire blew out.
shredding pieces as he goes.
You know, it's interesting. The 18 car blows a tire or cuts a tire down going into right front. He cuts one down on the left side here. Maybe there's some debris out there somewhere. There's certainly some right there.
This will be the 12th caution of the evening.
This is the only track we go to where you can ask for debris and you can always find some.
Don't even have to go to ask.com.
No.
It's right here, right in front of us.
Now what this battle right in there you see, that's the battle to be the first car one lap down to possibly get back on the lead lap. I think we'll take a look at what just happened.
And 90 degrees might be all right in golf, but we ain't playing golf right now. Watch this thing.
Yow.
Good thing that Tony gave him a little recovery.
Car in the wall, turn 2.
Big time.
And it is Carl Edwards. No caution.
And he had worked his way up into the top 10. In fact, he was running 7.
He's in big trouble now.
You rode with him as he pounded it.
Okay, just hold it up there. Hold it up there. You got more coming.
And he cannot get to pit road.
Not going to get there this time. We stay green.
I mean, he's going to get run
There
over
it is.
from
Caution
behind,
is
for
out.
heaven's sake.
Edwards could not get to pit road. Now he loops around wrong way.
Coming your way, guys.
I don't
do a
think they're going to
U-turn
be
to
real
pit
happy
road.
about that move.
Nice of my teammates to wreck me.
Well, I don't think he could have made it all the way around, Larry. But for that move, as you said, NASCAR not happy, and they're going to hold Carl one lap.
I think at this point, that's the least of Carl's problems.
It's Biffle that gets into Carl Edwards.
Ooh, the Biff. Yeah, Carl's car is a mess.
Yep. Now,
he's going to the garage.
Yeah, he couldn't get down to the inside because of all these cars, and he ends up pounding it again in turn 3.
And you know what? He couldn't get to the inside. And I mean, quite honestly, I thought there'd be a caution before this. But nonetheless, he gets past pit road entrance. His car is wrecked. He's just trying to get back to the garage. He didn't want to string parts and pieces all the way around the racetrack. That's a hard lick, guys.
Yeah.
It's right off that safer barrier, too.
Well, let's ride all the way with Carl Edwards. You saw the second hit from the onboard.
Inside 16, inside. Clear right there, clear.
That was off at turn 2. Then he comes down to turn 3 and really nails it again.
So we had a couple of Roush Fenway cars that were contenders tonight. They've taken a hard lick here just recently. Jamie McMurray in the 26. We talked about him now. Carl Edwards in the 99.
You know, we saw Greg Zipadelli a bit ago. Joey Logano is only the second Sprint Cup driver Zipadelli has been crew chief for. He was with Tony Stewart from Stewart's rookie year right up to the end of his tenure with Joe Gibbs in November of last fall. So Logano only the second driver Zippy's ever had in Cup. And Tony's best finish here in the number 20, fourth twice in 16 races. And here is Logano in a position to maybe win this thing.
Well, he's got to be.
Turn 4.
Uh-oh, trouble.
It's Biffle.
Oh, no, Biff.
And we will see a caution now.
Get it going if you can.
And Larry, we're 5 laps outside that lap 300 window you talked about.
I think it's close enough that you want to get fuel in that car.
I got a flat. I got a flat.
That is caution number 14 for Greg Biffle, one shy of the record.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, man, we've seen that so many times tonight. There must be a real slick spot right there off of turn 4. We've seen a number of cars just lose it off that corner.
We're going to see several cars just barely squeak by. Heck, Kevin Harvick in that 29.
I know back in the old days before they repaved it, every now and then you'd get up there and hit where they hadn't mowed the grass and spin out.
Give an attaboy to Jeff Burton. He's worked hard after that shock problem to get in position for the free pass, and he's earned one.
And Mike,
loose. I almost wrecked off of 2, and then it just spun out down here.
Sam Hornish is limping onto pit road because he got loose in turn 2 and smacked the wall twice hard, as you can see from the extent of the damage. Now Brad Keselowski right behind him, but no contact.
No, he just gets loose right there, pounds it, and Brad gets into him a tad, but he'd already hit the wall some before. Sam has had a very, very eventful evening.
He is going to the garage after that and that. A great qualifying run and a tough end of the night for Sam Hornish. Started 4th, and he will finish around 34th. This is a backup car that did not turn a wheel on the racetrack until the pace lap tonight. After Jimmy crashed in qualifying.
Started dead last. Started at the back of the field.
There's his qualifying lap. Hard into the wall. Everything tethered and held to the race car, but that car's junk.
And he is there, guys. He is bearing down on the back of his teammate Mark Martin right now. He's looking at him. He's trying to set him up to figure out where can I make the pass.
In a no-lap backup car.
And you know what? There was a lot of frustration. I talked to Chad Canals last night. I said, the car you've unloaded, where did you race it last? He said, you know what? I have no idea. They were that frustrated over that qualifying race.
But one thing I know about Darlington, when you bring a backup car here, you know it's a good one.
Sorry, Darrell. I think that's Vickers in the wall again.
He hit the wall hard in 3 and 4. He's had a tire, I think, going down slowly.
No caution yet. There it is. Caution will wave.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
So we do get another caution. I believe he and Jamie McMurray got together after something broke there. Yep. Now you'll see him come in from the right side of the screen when we show you this replay. That puts us under record caution flag number 16.
Oh, you see Vickers, I think something happened to his car, and he went up the hill and got into McMurray.
Nowhere for Jamie to go at 26.
No.
I've been seeing smoke and fire coming out of that car, and I think he had a tire going down slowly.
And if it wasn't for bad luck, Jamie Matt would just have no luck at all.
And I mean, they had overcome so much to get back on the lead lap, running in the top 15, but their troubles continue.
4 tires.
And the free pass goes to the dinger. AJ will be the 24th car on the lead lap when we get the green flag. Pit road's open. We have some takers.